I've been sexually attracted to little girls for the past 60 years, but choose not to act on it. I'm typically attracted to girls aged 6 to 12 when they're old enough to be able to be friendly with. I like them when they're more natural, before they wear makeup and hit puberty. When I see a little girl, I sense that I'm attracted to her. I very rarely am sexually aroused by little girls. So there's a big difference between attraction, arousal, and action. I tend to be more triggered when I see a little girl in a bathing suit or running around naked. We can't choose who we're sexually attracted to, and for whatever reason, I just feel that little girls are the most beautiful beings on the planet. There's something about their innocence, their purity, their just total open personality. The last time I found myself attracted to a child was last night on the airplane. She was a little under my age of attraction, came by and caught my eye because I paid attention to her. She looked at me and smiled. I consider myself a virtuous pedophile, but I am not a child molester, and I'm not a sex offender. I met Tabitha in an online dating site in 2004, and we married a year later. In 2007, we had 3 foster children. Tabitha did not know about my sexual attraction. I was a little hesitant, but I didn't feel at great risk because I've been around children pretty much all my life. We had a 10-year-old girl, a 2-year-old girl, and a 2-year-old boy.
All 3 of the children were very fond of both of us.
The children were eventually removed from our home because the girl came up with a story that I went for a walk in the woods and left them alone. 3 years later, the police showed up on my door and said that the girl alleged that I lay on the bed naked with her and had sex with her.
These accusations that were made were not true.
I know that that did not happen. I don't know if she developed false memories because of pressure from a counselor or what. I told the police about a couple instances where one time the girls were in the bubble bath and she wanted me to come in. The other time the girl had a meltdown. She locked herself in the bathroom and eventually I talked her out and hugged her, and I realized that I might be at risk if I hugged her too long or too tight. A couple of years ago, the girl contacted me and wanted to know what had happened, and she seemed relieved to know that I had not sexually abused her. I can tell you for sure that I did not do what she alleged.
How did he tell you? What did he say?
As I remember, it was that he said that he was sexually attracted to little girls, but that he was not acting on it. And I don't know if it was that day or the next day that I'd put 2 and 2 together and made 4 and said, well, someone who is sexually attracted to children, whether it's boys or girls or whatever, is a pedophile. His assurance that he was not acting on that, I believed it, and I still do. So.
Okay, and that's what I said. This really, for you, comes down to believing what he's telling you.
It is.
It comes down to the fact that you believe that he's never acted on the urges.
That is correct. I've seen no evidence of it.
Because you don't in any way endorse child molestation.
Absolutely.
Adults having any type of sexual
that is wrong.
Interaction with children.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't tolerate that, you don't endorse that.
No.
Okay, and for those that are kind of aghast about this, I want to say from a clinical standpoint that pedophilia is an affliction. Child molestation is a crime. There are 2 different things. One can be a state of mind, a thought, an attraction, an orientation. The other is an action. And you can have one without the other.
That is correct, and I think that's where most people are confused.
Not all pedophiles are child molesters.
Right.
And not all child molesters are pedophiles.
Exactly.
Does he confide in you when he sees a child, a young girl, and he's attracted to her or is aroused by her? Does he confide that in you?
I think if you asked him this question, he would not say he was aroused. He says he would be attracted to them. Do we speak about it? Are you asking? Hey, I'll say there's a cute little 6-year-old or an 8-year-old. She's a nice little kid. What do you think of her? Because I know where his attraction is.
Well, that makes you sound like a spotter.
I also think that, you know, I should not be negligent in actually recognizing that this is a problem area.
You will state it so he knows you know?
I think it's a little bit like that.